Hey, and welcome to this video. Me and Epidemic have decided to team up and make a channel together, which will be exclusively about skins.
The goal is a channel that is 100% CS2 skin related for our fellow skin nerds. We're going to have different people join us on various different videos. Today, we're with T, and these are CS2 combos in every single price range.
The first combo on the list, the cheapest variety, beautiful color combination with the safari mesh and the browns on the gloves.
The good thing about this combo, right, is that if you go for the cheapest combo in the game, you're going to pay $100. You're going to get racing green gloves. You'll get a navaja knife, which most people don't want. So for $20 more, you have a combo that is actually matching with a knife that is incomparable to a navaja knife. So this is one of the kings of the cheapest combos you can possibly get, in my opinion. Yeah, so here's another combo. This one is priced at $15 more than the other one, so $135. And this is probably one of the best army-themed camo patterns that you can do.
Yeah, I think out of all the cliche pattern matches you can go for, this probably fits the nicest.
Alternative combo in the same price range, so only $5 more than the other one. The rust code has changed a lot with CS2. It's not as rusty anymore. It has more of the vanilla knife with a little bit of rust on top. Basically looks like what used to be a very low float rust coat is like how most rust coats look now. It is a very well matching combo, and for that amount of money you can't expect to get any crazy finishes, so this is a pretty good option for that price range.
I will also say that out of the three combos shown so far, like the huntsman definitely is my favorite out of the three.
It feels like you get a little bit more value for your money as well. It's like a big knife, you know.
For sure.
Well, another knife and glove combo in the same price range. This one a bit more cool, a bit crispier. Not a combination that most people would put together, but seeing it in game actually works quite nicely in my opinion.
I can guarantee you that nobody has ever put this combo together. I mean, I don't think anyone ever has. When we tried out this combo, we were just like, what is this? But it's kind of cool. But it's a color scheme that you don't really see in CS. You can get a lot of variety in the patterns on the knife and the reps. And again, still in this $150 price range. So you definitely have a combo that you don't see people have ever for a bargain.
They say with poetry that, best poetry doesn't always have to rhyme, and maybe the best combinations don't always have to color match exactly.
All right, so now we're jumping into the $200 price range. You get one of the nicest budget gloves in the game that are super neutral, matches with the vanilla knife perfectly. Also, arguably, even though this combo is pretty much a no-brainer, it's not a combo that you see people rock often.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fantastic. The metals are the same color. They have the same reflective properties in the lighting, so they match nicely. You've got the black handle with the metal being on top of the black leather. Like, everything just comes together really nicely on this one. Into a bit more of a colorful option here.
In the same sort of $200 price range, you can pick up definitely a clean version of this Navaja Crimson Web, and it matches perfectly with these bloodhound charred gloves. It's definitely just a perfect pickup for the black and red themed inventories.
And something to note here is that black and red combos are definitely more expensive than the other combos that we've covered so far, you know. So this is definitely a combo that if you want that combo that fits a red-black themed loadout, then you're not really going to find a lot of better option than this.
And going off the last knife glove combo, very monochrome and chill. If you want a bit of color for the same price, it's really nice that you can go to something like this where you get the red and the blacks in.
I think we're pretty
you would normally
damaged.
pay it. Let me finish what I was gonna say. I was gonna say paying a premium.
He was cooking. Let him
Let me
cook.
cook, dude.
Oh yes, this one. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So getting into the $250 price range, we have this very nice white gray sort of themed combo. It's pretty unique, but one thing we definitely noticed when we were picking this one out was how well it went with print stream stuff. So like just looking at this aesthetically, yeah, it's just it's insane. For $250, and if you're running print stream skins, yeah, this one drives it home, really.
And it really opens the door.
For a white themed inventory, light themed.
All right, so moving on to the next one. This is the one that won T's competition.
It's such a clean combo. I mean, we're in the price range of the 250 area to the 300s. This combo is just really outstanding in my opinion. I love the color matches with the slaughter and the third commandos, the way that the red strip follows the spine of the knife. It matches up perfectly from the bottom to the top, and even the color of the green matches really nice with this kind of offset orangey red from the slaughter.
All right, now let's move it up to the $400 price range.
So, oof.
This combo is one that I picked out myself, so if you don't like this, you can
Eat sand.
Put the blame on me. But yeah, this combo breaks the $400 price range. You get a sort of black, brown, yellow combo that blends very, very nicely. This is the first time where you start to get into this sort of price range where you also get a lot of color. A lot of people don't like these for whatever reason. I think they're good gloves. I always like them. They go especially well with the stiletto knife tiger tooth as opposed to other karambit tiger tooth.
Matches the stripes on the tiger tooth pretty well with the brown on the gloves.
Yep, just yellow lines on yellow lines on yellow lines. Lots of angled lines that work nicely together.
All right, let's jump into the next one.
Oh, banger. Oh, yes.
We're really starting to get the colorful combos coming up now, going above the 400 area.
So for another 10% price hike, we're definitely starting to get into, like T just said, the more colorful combos. This one, phase 1 or phase 2, if you want to pump up the price a little bit, with imperial plaids. Definitely just an amazing colorful combo. Very pleasing to the eyes. Shines a lot in the sun here, as you can see, just crazy.
Yeah, and again, this combo is definitely not as unique. Imperial plaids are very commonly seen in these mid-tier inventories, and they're very easy to do great combos with dopplers, ultraviolets, knights, etc. But that doesn't make it a bad combo.
Yeah, it's quite interesting with the plaid gloves as well that you can get different patterns on the hands, which can work better with different phases of the doppler. For example, you could get phase 1 here where more blue on the right hand looks pretty well that we have in this example. But as you can see on the left hand, it's more of a pinker purple pattern, which could work on the right hand more with a phase 2.
All right, moving on.
So now we're getting into the $500 price range. You get the very desired pattern of a lore. The moto gloves, which is again not the most popular choice, but you do have that yellow line that runs through the gloves that aligns with the flip knife, creating for a little subtle match there, and definitely a unique one. I think this is a combo that might be a little bit controversial whether you like it or not, but I think for $500 you're getting a pretty high tier looking combo that also has some uniqueness to it. So now we're moving into the $600-700 price range, where arguably you'll find the first high-tier, seriously colorful combo. The Specialist Fates have arguably gotten a slight buff in CS2, making them way more vibrant. The Fate knives, on the other hand, you need a higher Fate percentage now to get rid of the gray in the bottom of the knife there. But still, you can play around with the gloves. You can get gloves that have more orangey colors, more gray, more purple. So depending on what Fate you go for, you can try and get some gloves that matches your combo better. Again, it's very flashy, it's very out there, and that's, you know, an acquired taste. But for $600 to $700, I don't think you get a more high tier looking combo than this.
Yeah, for the standard cliche of putting same skin with same glove skin, it actually looks really fantastic. The lighting matches, the reflections match, even the bright pink little diamond glint you get in the light matches with the same shines you're getting on the knuckles of the gloves there. So it just works really nicely. It goes across the screen. It feels like the pattern is continuous.
I definitely like that you can sort of match, you know, the fade gloves with the knife. So there's a little bit of variety there. Not everyone who goes for this combo is going to look the same, and I think that's really cool.
In a similar price range to the fade combo we just looked at, a beautiful blue combo would match a blue themed inventory very nicely.
Yeah, just another alternative to a less flashy but still very high tier looking combo in that sort of price range of $700. And a lot of people are rocking a blue themed inventory. There's a lot of options for blue themed inventories, so we thought this was a fitting combo that again is not the most used one, but aesthetically speaking, it's one of the better matching combos in blue, even though it's probably not going to be picked by most people. Again, moto gloves are not the most popular among CS players, but you also get them at a really cheap price due to that fact, so it's a trade-off.
But for the money you're putting into P4 Doppler here, in the right lighting, it really is no different to a Sapphire.
So in the $700 price range, you kind of end up with Snow Leopard, field tested along with the Talon Vanilla. Just a very, very clean, aesthetically pleasing sort of white, gray, black combo.
Yeah, very clean, very bright, very simple, very modern, and it works very nicely. It looks very high tier. I really do like the way that the Talon Ivory blade matches with the almost off-whites of the creams inside the leopard pattern. And I believe you could also swap up the leopard patterns to get more creamier ones. These ones seem to have quite large black outlines. That does also work with the Talon blade in the shadows as it swaps between the different colors.
I would argue this is like a classy combo. This is a combo when you don't want your pink and all those vibrant colors. You just want some stylish combo that actually is just clean and enjoyable. I think this is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving into the $800 price range.
Oh yeah, I have a delivery. 1 second.
All right, so getting into a combo price at $800, you have a butterfly crimson web field tested, a pair of blood pressure gloves also in field tested. Listen, for 800 bucks, it may not be the cleanest combo in the world, but when you're getting into black red, especially with a butterfly knife, this is pretty much what you're looking at. Definitely looks pretty good to me, and it just goes well with those black red theme inventories, my red line enjoyers, you know.
A really nice combo, from my opinion. Talking about the $250 pair we were looking at earlier, this seems like the big brother, you know, the big upgrade. It's almost like a color contrast because you get the black and red on the gloves, and then on the knife, you got the red and black.
Yeah, and arguably with the update that Crimson Webs has gotten to CS2, which is not really well received, you know, the scratching and stuff on the knife is more matte black color, which, you know, actually fits the gloves. So breaking into the $900 price range, you're still under $1,000, and you get sport gloves, which is definitely the most desired category of gloves in the game. You have the bayonet with a classic clean animation. You have the white line with the autotronic that blends perfectly with the gloves. Again, just a really, really clean combo to fit the red themed inventories. In my opinion, if you have the extra $100, I would choose this combo over the other one any day of the week. From this point on, there's not really much you can upgrade if you like the knife and the gloves. For $900, even though that's quite a lot of money, this combo is hitting all the marks.
Yeah, I would agree. This is definitely a combo that is looking like it's outshining its category for price-wise.
All right, so moving into the $1,000 price range ish, you know, market conditions, we have a cyan combo. Now, these combos in CS2 take advantage of the new gamma dopplers, and essentially, you kind of get this beautiful cyan combo between everything. You can go through all the different gamma doppler phases, and you can also get certain patterns on the overprint gloves. It just matches so well. It's like the iconic buff combo.
This combo is definitely also very, very high tier looking. I think that you could reasonably say that this knife matched with these hand wraps will outshine even some gems.
The newfound flexibility that we have with the gammas and the phases makes it a lot more achievable combination. Whereas before it was quite a lot higher tier to get this sort of matching colors.
This combo particularly got a massive upgrade. Like, it's a huge buff. So it's really, really nice. I love this one.
Yeah, getting into the more high tier knives now, into the cram bits, the price is going to jump quite a lot. This one going around $300 more than the last pair. We're really seeing beautiful match here with the top of the arid gloves. Even the shadows and the lightings on the cram bit give it almost a brownish light to it. With the sports gloves, the most desired gloves in the game at the moment. Really beautiful high tier combo here.
This is the same sort of idea as we had with the Talon Knife Vanilla and the Snow Leopards. You're more into this subtle matches in colors, not this very vibrant in your face. So this is a more stylish and sort of classic combo.
Yeah, I can imagine with like a sand dune themed inventory, this would go really nicely.
Yeah, so right here we have a very interesting combo, one you will arguably never see. I remember, I think it was JW that was using these gloves back in the day with an M9 Ruby, and I always thought they were pretty underappreciated. It's very, very interesting because the M9 Vanilla has been completely changed in CS2. So this combo now actually works, where in the past it may arguably not have worked as well. It's not like there is a one-to-one match between the knife and the glove, but you have a subtle knife that doesn't really take away or confuse anything with the gloves. And these gloves are pretty cool, and they're very unique. You won't see a lot of people using these gloves. Again, on the rarer end of gloves, with it being minimal wear. And then you have the M9 Vanilla, which is just a classic. You can't go wrong with that.
Okay, we are now above the $2,000 price range, a lot higher to combo tier here, and with that you get a lot nicer visuals. The effects here on the gloves works really well with like a water type vibe that you're also getting with the M9 Gamma here. The swirls on the inside of the pattern go very nicely with the swirls on the gloves that you see in the shadows, and as the lighting changes, the movement of the knife represents the same.
So again, this combo is also taking advantage of the change to the gamma doublers in CS2. The gamma doublers in regular faces are arguably now on the level of some gems. So going for high tier, lower float amphibious sports gloves, which are very desired gloves, you now have the option to actually fit them with a knife that fits even better than what we were able to do in CSGO. So this is a sort of newer approach to this particular combo. Overall, it's just two individually very desired skins that are just beautifully put together. You cannot go wrong with this combo, and for the price range of $2,000, even though that is quite a hefty price tag, you do get a lot of value for your money, in my opinion. If I had this combo, I would probably use that over a lot of more expensive alternatives.
All right, so getting more towards the $3,000 range, this combo prices in at around $2,700. We're looking at a pair of spearmint field tested with a M9 Autotronic factory new. So we tried to think a little bit outside of the box. Going off the spearmint here, you have the red stripe that kind of comes into this huge M9 blade, along with the detailing and stitching on the spearmint, sort of going with the cage, and the gray really matching the white on the gloves. Definitely a very, very nice, aesthetically pleasing combo.
It complements each other wonderfully here with the red stripe just being a subtle color combination rather than, like you said, going for the greens and trying to match everything. Even just the shine of the metallic gives the same white reflective that the gloves have. And it's something that you can't stop looking at. I don't know what it is with this combination, but it's very drawing to look at. I don't know. I really like this as well because I feel like if you told someone M9 Autotronic and Spearmints, they're going to be like, no. Your first thought to this combination in your head would be they wouldn't match. But when you see it in game, it really proves itself and looks fantastic.
Ticks all the boxes. Ticks
Yeah.
all the boxes, really.
That's definitely a cool combo.
And look, if you're not a fan of being a little bit more hipster, we do have another one here with the spearmints, but now you're getting into a phase 3 gamma doppler karambit with it. Now you do kind of have to look for the right pattern here. They're not all going to have this perfect green hit with the little cyan colors to match that green on the spearmint perfectly, but you definitely get something pretty good in a similar price range. $100 more, you're kind of getting into like the karambit side of this.
Yeah, it's nice to see the almost opposite end of the spectrum. So with the M9, we've highlighted the red stripe, but this really highlights the base color of the gloves. And it, like you said, it matches pretty fantastically. Even the Doppler effects pattern has that kind of triangulated shifts of light that work really well with the triangles on the gloves there.
Yeah, last thing to add about this knife is that this is another combo where this wasn't possible in CSGO. You couldn't match the green on spearmints in the past, but now you actually can, because this sort of light green that you can find on gamma dopplers weren't existing in CSGO. So moving into the $3,500 price range, you have arguably the most desired gloves in CSGO. Pandora's gloves. These are well worn, but still relatively clean looking. If you have Vice gloves, for instance, they'll be very scratched on the knuckles. You don't really see that with the Pandora's. And we have taken advantage of the buff of the phase 2s in CS2 to make a crazy, vibrant, deep purple combo that very much has the same sort of high tier looking vibe that the Pandora's with M9 Sapphire combo has. Keep in mind, the Pandora and M9 Sapphire combo is probably one of the more known high tier combos in all of CSGO. If you look at pro matches throughout time, that's sort of the end game combo for a lot of people, and this combo is arguably very close to being as good as that, but without the price tag of a, let's say, $10,000 M9 Sapphire. You're getting a combo that is $3,500, so still a lot of money, but you have a combo that competes with all the end game combos of the game, in my opinion. A lot of people want Pandora gloves. A lot of people want the high tier look of a gem. And with this combo, you get all of that. There is a lot of combos that cost a substantially larger amount of money than this that will not even look better. So in the making of this video, we decided to cap the combo at $5,000. These gloves were actually changed in last night's update, making them more of a limeish color. So now this combo is not a perfect match, which it used to be, but you still have this insane vibrancy. If you're one of these players that like to turn up your digital vibrance in the game to have a combo that pops, you don't need to do that with this combo.
Yeah, it's definitely a combination that's going to have heads turning in the server.
Definitely just looks insane now. It's very unique now, I feel like. I feel like it's
Yes,
almost
yeah.
better than Go.
I'm just so intrigued.
Yeah, and another thing to mention, with the update of the gloves, you can now potentially try and see if you can find another gamma doppler finish that has this sort of limeish color if you want to try and perfectly match it. But what we're going for here is not really a perfect match or anything like that. It's sort of just hitting that crazy vibrancy, checking all of the boxes in terms of high tier collectability, having an emerald, having minimal wear gloves that are desired.
Yeah, definitely a very high tier combo in terms of feel and look. Just looks stunning. Stunning.
Quick note is that the prices post CS2 are quite volatile. Stuff can move up or down 10 to 15% really fast. So the prices in this video were obviously at the time of recording. We can't guarantee you that the price that you're seeing in the video are completely accurate, but we do think that they will be pretty close to the price that we put.
Also, the gameplay portion of this video was made on my in-game inspect servers. If you'd like to try out skins that you don't own in-game, you can visit my site, cs2inspects.com, to create gen and combo codes. The link is also in the description.